Bulldogs, and once a year they come here close to the state line and draw their own battle lines. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting, as we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hawkins. I know he thinks he can house every... But sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14.
All right, let's get it.
To the air, it's Lagway. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. To the air on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you've played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which was a 3rd and long on their own 7 that they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
Quarterback may change this route. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. I like this call in plus territory. The punt would have to be so precise, might as well leave the offense out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. The Gators have their offense in high gear. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
How about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
I think early in the game, you can really set the tone. You got the completion. You set up a manageable 4th down situation. Do I want to be aggressive? Do I want to show them I'm willing to go for it on 4th down? I got a great opportunity right here.
On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Tries to do it himself on the draw. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
You're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, 4th down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive a ways. There's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Fires toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Here comes the field goal unit. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. What a disappointment. No good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
And, man, this one getting off to a slow start, trying to get some points on the board, and the dreaded doink. And listen, points at a premium right now because nobody scored. But, man, that was inches away from being really good. We're still tied 0-0.
The run from the shotgun. Fighting off the defender. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. To the ground. He's got it again.
create big plays in the running game like this. This makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have working the middle of the field.
Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Trying to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. To the air, it's Lagway. Under fire. Here comes the heat. And he just held on to the football too long, and the defense rode him out of bounds and forced the loss. The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Hires on the move. Got his man. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. He'll ride his man on the option. Runs through the tackle. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down. David, as a Georgia legend, when I say Florida, what comes to mind?
Ugh. I mean, that's the easiest question you've asked me yet. I mean, there's nothing that I ever liked or enjoyed about the Florida Gators, just playing in that rivalry. You know, it's not a neutral site, by the way. It's in Jacksonville, Florida. Like, that's not neutral. It's way closer to Florida. It's way closer to Florida fans. But this rivalry, I'm telling you, every single year, that was...
And the ball slipped out. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He's loose.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Sets up the screen. Look out, he's got room. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. 1st snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Offense changing the play. Looking downfield. It's Lagway. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The quick out. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on.
And it's loose! Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
On back-to-back drives, this offense can't get out of their own way. They fumble again. Man, a lot of times you get fired when you fumble. This is another guy. Like, they're going to have to fire the whole team if they keep this pace going.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Humphries. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Oh, it's a reverse. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. And the Dogs will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. They'll run the option. Rides the back on the option to give. Touchdown, Georgia! Great job by the back on the option.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Bunch formation for these receivers. Might be calling a hot route. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Gonna take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Touchdown, Gator! the finish, and that they did on that possession.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Branch. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Get it out on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And I tell you what, really good job by the defense. They did not bite on it thinking it was a long pass down the field. You could tell they were ready for it. As soon as they saw the screen, they broke on it, got the running back down super quick.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Stopped at the 44. The defense coming up with a big interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Looking to throw on first down. Lofts one high and deep. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
Pressure coming. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. All down at the 18-yard line. A solid return after that interception.
You can't give points away when you're a QB. You have to understand, I got to be aggressive, and it's tough in the red zone because those are really tight windows. Man, the one thing I cannot do is turn the football over. I got to make sure I get points. Really poor decision. Great play by the defense.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Branch. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down in the 35. They'll immediately call timeout.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Pulls it in. It's Branch. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really on that play.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Coming out with it, it's Hawkins. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Less than half minute to play here in the half. Let's see how aggressive they are on 1st and 10. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unloads to the right. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Looking deep. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Back to throw, it's Stockton. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quick completion on the out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And this one is perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. And the Gators will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Branch. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Delp. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback, you're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking them.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
Got a little space. There he goes. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays.
There he goes. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
The offense defense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Catch and stride inside the 15. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Bulldogs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Holds and fires complete to the right. Touchdown Bulldogs! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. No one's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. They're lining up for the kickoff, and let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive for the 25. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Well, it's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Motion from the back. To the air. It's Stockton. It's complete to the right. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Motion from the wideout. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Caught in the backfield, it's French. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Well, that was a weird one because I think running back screen was called, but the quarterback just saw an open receiver downfield and said to himself, hey, I got an open guy, I'm just going to take it.
Quick completion to the right. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing him start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
The play action fake. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
They'll have to do a better job of protection this time after that third down sack set him back, but they'll go for it here. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Right down the middle. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
You got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percent.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. He's got him in the flat. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Looking for a gap. It's Frazier. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Georgia. There is little the Dogs enjoy more than sticking it to the Gators, and boy, are they doing it right now.
Yeah, taking care of business. And listen, Georgia prides itself on being a physical unit. Every year, they're going to just pound you and bludgeon you. And Florida has had no response, just like in the last several games in this series. Georgia's just, they got the upper hand.
Georgia's always had talented teams. Certainly they were very talented back in the day when I played, when the program was in a great place. But because of recent success, they're just at a different level now. What they're recruiting, what the expectations are, and they're really showing that here in the second half.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. Makes the quick grab. Turning on the Jets. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Off play action on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. And here's the third interception of the night. Not a lot on the return, but they